Hello, my friends. I am so glad to see you this evening. Or I'm not actually seeing you, but I'm so glad to be here with you. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to check the Be Live on my personal page. Oh, I see it. And what I want to know is if any of you can check out my personal page, because for some reason, Be Live seems to turn up on my personal page. Once I've had a look at it, I noticed that it was only coming up for me privately, which is why nobody could see it. Hi, Wendy. And so I went in and I changed all the previous Be Lives on my private page, on my personal page, to everybody could see them. But what I'm not sure about is whether it's got the message, whether it can put them publicly, or whether it's still putting them out privately. So if anybody is on my personal profile and could write in the Be Live comments there to let me know that you're seeing me, that would be a big help. Otherwise, I'll just have to go in at the end, because I've gone in to look at it now, but I can't see whether it's going out to everybody or whether it's once again just doing privately. Let me have a look and see if there's anything that I can do. I don't think there's anything I can do at this point, but I can work that out later. So good evening, Wendy. Good evening, Karen. So glad to see you this evening. So I have ground beef. And yes, I have ground beef. So I just defrosted it using my Turbo Frost in the microwave. And as you can see, when I use that, when I defrost in the microwave like that, I just use my freezer mate, because the temperature is always low. So because it's defrosting, I'm not sure how the defroster works in microwave. It calls it turbo defrost, and actually I do feel a little bit of heat, so maybe it had defrosted. You can see me live on my personal profile, Tana, or on my page, my Facebook page. If you can see me on my personal profile, can you write hello on there? Because hang on, I know it's all technical stuff. If you go profile to it's use technology. It's use you guys to help. I can see, Tana, that is all that really is helpful to me. So maybe something is me, nothing I can do about it. Okay, so I apologize if I keep freezing. It could mean that my internet connection got a new camera. I have a camera upstairs, which means that I don't have to keep running to remember to swap my cameras over. Anyway, I now have my ground beef, and I'm actually going to cook it in my fry pan behind me here. So I'm going to put that into there and get that cooking slowly, because I'm going to use my ground beef. I'm going to use my ground beef in my Ultra Pro, but I want to brown the ground beef first. So let me just put this on. So every so often, guys, I'm going to turn around to the back here and just have a look at that ground beef. Now, at the same time, in my other microwave, because you know I have two microwaves, in the one that's further along the bench, I have, I'm cooking some potatoes. Now, I'm only partially cooking them. So I'm cooking them for 10 minutes in my smart multi-cooker. And when they are going to lay on top, but I'm some ready to peel. I have some carrots cut, but the carrots that I have cut are cut for me to put in a dip. And as I have a dip which I made last night, and I got prepared in advance with you guys how I was going to do it, I want to keep those carrots in that shape. Oh, guess who's arrived? Guess who has arrived at my feet? Yes, Killian. Hello, Killian. He says, Mom, please, can I have some carrot? You know how much he loves carrots. So I will have to give him some carrot. So let me just cut this so I can give him a piece. So using my medium, well, I guess my bigger paring knife, my universal knife, I do love those. I'm going to cut this into 4 pieces. Excuse me, he's getting excited now. So I can give Killian a little piece at a time so he doesn't hassle me too much. Yes, little Killian, he's a little blessed. I've been to Kingston today. I went down there to deliver a few things and some rewards, and it was lovely to. I was able to see Laurie Pantry down in Kingston, and I also got to see Cindy on my way home in Cornwall, which was really nice because, you know, we don't get to see each other as much because I used to go to Cornwall once a month, and I used to go to Kingston once a month and do what we call an information evening there, which is like our GPS one-man show, although I had a couple of girls that would come with me sometimes to cook. And but we also always had time after the meeting to chat and share the food that we made during the meeting. Of course, we don't get that opportunity now. So sometimes I make a point of going to deliver stuff because, you know, being part of Tupperware is one of the most important things is the connections that we make with people. So it was a really nice day, Wendy, except for the fact the weather was horrible. It was really trying to freezing rain this morning. Thank goodness it did not manage to take. Okay, it's all right, baby. I have another piece for you. There you go. And the rain, the freezing rain, actually in the end did not affect me. And it reminded me of something, guys. Okay, have you ever heard that something is going to happen, so you don't do something because you think that thing is going to happen, and then that thing doesn't happen, and guess what? You missed out. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about what I mean, and think about whether you've ever done this yourself. So last night, my husband said, Mel, are you still planning to go to Kingston tomorrow? I said, yeah. He said, they're calling for freezing rain. So I said, okay, but let me see what it's like in the morning and then I'll make my decision. And what he was telling me was that last night he had his running group and that the runners were all saying, oh, they're calling for freezing rain at 8 o'clock. And so somebody decided that they wouldn't go to the run because they didn't want to have to drive there in freezing rain, or they didn't want to have to run in freezing rain. But guess what happened? No freezing rain. And so then what happens is you miss out. You miss out on things because something might happen. And so my advice to you is, I mean, don't be silly. Don't put your life at risk or anything. But if you think that something might happen, it might never happen. Okay, I am gonna, and I had used to have that when I went to parties. I would be on my way to a party, and somebody would call me, the hostess would call me, and she'd say, "Oh, Melanie, I've cancelled the party because we might get a snowstorm." And I'm like halfway there, I've already traveled an hour or something. I am not somebody that cancels things because something might happen. If it actually does happen, then I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to take risks. But if you cancel things in your life for things that might happen, you're going to miss out on an awful lot. Now, I've got my carrots here. I'm going to actually just cook them for 2 minutes just so they start to soften up a bit. So my MicroPro grill has, not MicroPro grill, my multi-cooker has stopped. There we go, Mr. Killian. I'm just going to check on my ground beef here. Now, actually, what I can do with BeLive is I could set up a second camera and then I could switch between cameras. I have to learn that because I think that would be fun. What I could do is I could set up my phone over here as the second camera and then onto the screen. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Yes, I can do it because what I would do is I'd send a link from BeLive to me, to my phone. I'd accept the link. Hey, this is getting to be, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm not going to try it today because I'm not prepared. But another day, I'm going to try to do that. It would be so cool, wouldn't it? Some places did have freezing. Yeah, I mean, my car had a bit of, but it was nothing. Like freezing rain, when it really happens, it's solid on your car. My car also, I agree, it did have a little bit, but it was, I only had to like start the car and the freezing rain disappeared. I'm not judging what people do. I'm just saying, don't you make decisions on what might happen. Because we never know. And always, always, always make decisions based on your safety. Okay, so this is coming along nicely. Okay, yeah, I'm excited about the idea that I could actually have 2 phones on, 2 cameras, and be able to show you different things. So the only other thing that I'm going to put in here is I need to get some onion. Let me get an onion. And I'm going to just, and today I don't necessarily want like small bits of onion. I'm okay. This onion is on its last legs actually. So all I'm going to do is just slice a few rings. and throw it in the pan with the meat there. Yeah, you wouldn't like this, Kelly. Okay, let's throw this in. Put this away. And let's see if we can do something with these potatoes. So as I said to you, I've just partially cooked them. They're not cooked yet, but they are hot and they're still, the good thing is they're still easy to slice, but they clearly have already started cooking. So that was 10 minutes in my Smart Multi-Cooker. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some butter and melt it. And then when I've put this on top of the ground beef, I'm going to do a coating of butter. Let me put away these. How are we doing in here? I'm not really giving the meat enough attention, but it'll survive. Okay, we'll turn this over. Everything is beginning to smell delicious. Put the carrots there for the moment. Okay, the other thing I want to do is make a little bit of a gravy to go on the mince when it's cooked. So I've got water here. I'm going to put in some Bovril, and I also have my delicious Worcestershire sauce. That's going to go in. So we'll do that when the beef is cooked. I also have here some green beans, and I'm going to put those in a breakfast maker because we're going to have those with the meal. What did I do with my breakfast maker has got the carrots. So I've cooked the carrots for 2 minutes. I'm going to chuck them in with the beef now. And now I'm going to use that same breakfast maker to cook up some green beans. Okay, so that will be our vegetables to have with the meal. So while the beef is still cooking, I'm going to keep slicing my potato. I missed that one, Killy. That's your fault. Killy is down here nudging me because he says, okay, I've finished all that carrot. I would like some more now. Okay, I think I've done too many potatoes, but that's okay. I'll just do 2 layers on the top. Okay, that will do for the minute. This live is in in my VIP group. It should be going 4 places, this live. One is on my personal page. One is on my business page. One is in my VIP group. And one is on YouTube. And Wendy was showing me the other evening that if you want to watch this live later and you want to do it in comfort, you can actually cast the YouTube one onto your TV. So you get a bigger picture. Not that I'm suggesting that you would want a bigger picture of me, but it might be easier to watch. So this is looking good, guys. My beef is nearly all cooked now. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put the Bovril in here because I don't know how much liquid I need in the pan, and put some beef. Actually, is it open? I'm just going to check it's open. No, it's not open. So I need to first open this. One of my new discoveries is online shopping. And this week I had a successful online shop. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's really good. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of just some water in here. This will rehydrate the meat. Okay, I'm just going to leave that to bubble for a minute. Your iPad is doing crazy things. That's good. Thank you, Wendy. It was fun to hear that you did that. So the really, really good thing about online shopping is you only buy what you need. How many of you ever go into the store and while you're walking around the store, you say, "Ooh, that looks nice. I wouldn't mind trying that. Oh, yeah, I'd really like some of those. I don't really need them, but yeah, I'm going to get them." Whereas when you're doing your online shop, sure, you can pick things if you go through or everything that's available. But what I've found so far is that I've actually only bought the things that I need. What does that do? That really helps with your budget. It really helps with your waistline. And I'm really quite enjoying it. The only day that it's not good to shop, I've realized, is Wednesday, because on Wednesday, if you order your food Wednesday and it comes on Thursday, at Metro, they change their specials on Thursday. So if you order it on Wednesday, sometimes you get charged the non-special price on Thursday. So I'm avoiding Wednesday shopping from now on. I'm going to stick with Tuesdays, then I get the specials of the week. So I'm actually really enjoying the option of online shopping. Okay, I am going to put some of this Italian seasoning in here as well. Okay, this is looking and smelling delicious. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo so that you can see later what it looks like. Okay. And when I get really smart at this, I'll be able to upload that photo for you to see straight away. So what I need is a technical person who could be my support. They don't have to be here. They just have to be able to help me so they can get into my BeLive account at the same time as me and upload things. Okay, now this is looking delicious. I'm just going to cook it. Just going to cook it for a little bit longer. Then I'm going to transfer that into my Ultra Pro. So we'll do that in a couple of minutes. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to get my micro pitcher and melt some butter ready to coat it on the top. Where is my butter? Okay, my butter is in my cup. Oh no, it is not. Where has the butter gone? It usually lives on my top shelf. Oh, I see it. It's out already. So I'm just going to actually melt about half of that. And I have my silicone brush here. And while we're waiting for that to melt, I'm just going to cut up another potato. And you'll notice that I didn't peel my potatoes. I washed them. And I never peel potatoes now unless I'm making mashed potato. Otherwise, I leave the skins on. We eat them. It's delicious. That way I keep all the nutrients of the food in my dish. Okay. So I think this is probably cooked enough. So that's what it looks like. I'm show it up to the camera. I'm going to put this into my Ultra Pro. As you can see, no sticking, absolutely beautiful. I'll just turn the power off here. So I've got it smells nice. I've got my beef. I've got a little bit, no, Killy. I've got a little bit of moisture in here with this. I'm actually going to put some Worcestershire sauce on here now. Okay, and now all I'm going to do is put my potato on the top. And the reason I partially cooked the potato is so that I can guarantee that it will be nice and soft when we come to eat it. Because I have made potato dishes too many times and wished that the potatoes were a little bit softer. So this way, I know that after I've cooked it, I'm probably going to put this in the oven now for about 40 minutes. And I know that everything will be really delicious. No, Killy, it's not for you. You're being naughty. I'll give you some more carrot in a minute, okay? So as I said, I've got too much potato, so I'm probably going to do a second layer on the top. And when you do second layers, it's even more important that your potato is partially cooked, because you don't want to end up having potato in the middle there. Killian, stop it. You're being very naughty. Poor Killian, he hasn't really had a walk today because Alan said he tried to take him for a walk this morning, but he wasn't impressed with the rain. So he came back in. The only bits of potatoes I'm not using here are the ends. And what I'll do is I'll put some of those in the microwave just to finish off cooking them, and then I can give them to Killian, because he likes potato too, right? This dog is so funny, the things he likes. But you can see how easy it is to cut through this partially cooked potato. So now by putting a layer of butter on, it should crisp up beautifully in the oven. Yes, thank you, Wendy. It does. It looks delicious to me as well. So I'm looking forward to actually eating it now, and with my green beans as well. It's going to be lovely and pretty healthy. So there we go. I think that will do. Just put one more down there. the butter did not quite melt. So you could put cheese on the top of here as well if you wanted to. One thing that I haven't done is put any salt with my potatoes yet. So I'm just going to put a little layer of salt on the top as well. Not much. So I've got my butter here. So I'm going to use my silicone brush and just brush the butter on the top of the potatoes. There we go. And I don't even need to use all of it. So it is just, you can see it's quite a lot of the butter is left. So it was really like a knob of butter, if you like. So that I'm going to put into the oven, and I will take a photo for you at the end. I did get a photo of the beef mixture cooking. So what I do need to do is put my oven on, and I'm going to cook it at 350 degrees. And I'm going to cook it probably for 40 minutes. So I should end up with a really nice, super simple to make beef, carrot, onion with my potato layer on the top, just to do my ground beef in a slightly different way to normal. So if you have not yet joined Tupperware, it is a great opportunity for you to join this month. We have 2 possibilities for you to be able to join us. We have our 2 kits. We have a basic kit, which is $59, $193 of Tupperware, and we have our deluxe kit, which is $549 of Tupperware for $179. You can choose either of them. Both of them give you exactly the same membership. There is no difference once you've actually joined. So if you're interested in either of those, please contact me and I'll be very happy to help you. Or just click on the link that is above if you're on Facebook, or below if you are on YouTube. And I would be very happy to welcome you as part of my team. And should you want to get any more details, please don't hesitate to contact me.